Boy, we got that Haggard filming set up here. My phone's almost dying, but we need a video, so we're wired, so we're not portable today. We're gonna take off both tires or wheels. Look at our rear tire fitment here. Gonna have to take the rig outside the garage, see if we can reach. Look at that. We got about the 2-finger gap, and that's the bent 2-finger gap. If you want to get a straight shot, it's like a 1.5 finger gap. Is there anything shaky down there we got to tighten up?
No.
This is usually what you got to tighten if your rim's all yeeted up. All right, there's a ring right here. I don't know how important this is, but I definitely know it's not supposed to be this weird. And I don't know what all this liquid right here is. Do you see that? Do you see our? That's right there. So if you ever bottom out your springs, this actually doesn't. You don't want the metal hitting the metal, so you have these rubber pieces right here.
Or so destroyed.
Yeah, I was watching a video last night with this guy with his Arctic go-kart. He didn't have any. He slammed it. He had those touching. He was like, well, we don't have those, but screw it.
Yep.
God, if we just cleaned it up, we'd have weight reduction. So much dirt down here. Oh, you're going to put them on backwards? See how
much poke we got.
Try to scratch them up too much.
Yeah. Oh.
Our front's too...
Give me a screwdriver.
What you want is a flathead. Honestly, it looks better. It looks better because these things are garbage because they're just... We should paint those like silver. I don't know. I just don't like the Nissan sign. It's too intricate of a design for a part of the car that's so dirty and small. Is that like an anti-put your tire on backwards mechanism?
I think so.
Because now that thing fits directly in that hole. You had it. It's not going to stick there. I'm just going to have to get a picture of it while you have it. About 75% of the tire.
How much poke are we poking?
A little too much. This thing's got some this thing's like the opposite of deep dish. Except for when it's backwards. There's not really too big of a reason we're doing this. We're kind of inspecting. And plus our rim, or our wheel mechanism over there. I don't know what I call the mechanism. The rotor and the hub are shaking a lot. So we're going to see if there's anything we can get down there and tighten to make sure it's safer. And plus you just saw all the things that are kind of jacked up, as in like bushings and rubber and rings. That one ring right there that's off. We also just want to get an in-depth cleaning of the rims. Or at least I do anyways. I didn't really tell you that, Hunter, but we're going to clean these.
Okay.
Alright, so what we're doing right now is we're trying to see what it looks like without this little cap on it. It just says Nissan on it. But if you look closely, it's really garbage looking. So I'm going to probably detail clean that with a toothbrush or something. Doesn't really look too great. So we'll probably just paint it or clean this one up. Alright, so we take the other tire off. So what we've been doing, since we didn't break the lug nuts before we did it, because we wanted to know if we had open diff or LSD or whatever we had, we ended up having LSD, so we're not going to lower it and then lift it just to take the tire wheels off. Hey, guess what I asked my grandma for my birthday? Or for Christmas?
What?
I asked her for that tire machine.
Oh.
That'd be a big addition to the shop, wouldn't it? That big A tire machine.
Put tires on rims.
So what we're doing is I'm just jamming my skateboard right here so he can break the bolts. This one's going to be harder because you're pushing on it instead of pulling on it.
Come back here.
But I wanted to tell you guys, we're not going to be getting that four-wheeler anymore. My grandpa won't let me have it. He told me it was way too small, although it was a 125 utility four-wheeler Honda. You know Braden's Race four-wheeler? Mm-hmm. It was slammed. It had the netting for your feet. It was super fast. And apparently it was just a souped-up 90cc.
Why didn't you keep it?
It had injector problems. Should we look for screws? That chunk?
No, there's no screws in here.
Yeah,
It'd be leaking.
Yeah, maybe. Some screws plug the hole if they leak. My dad's like really good at plugging tires.
Is he?
Like a whole
Didn't he work on brakes though?
Yeah, he's good at the stuff on cars that kind of meet, like plugging tires, changing batteries.
Totally yet. Where's the
Chop shop yet? Hey, let's do a side-by-side comparison with these. People in the comments are gonna be like, "Why'd you take your wheels off your cars just to clean them?" To be fair, I think we're gonna retake this one off later because that side was ripped, shot. That's like priority now. Every time I go to Walmart and like I have money to spend like $20, I get rim scrub.
Do you?
Like alloy cleaner.
Yeah.
This rim's screwed up. What the heck's on it? It's like oily, kinda.
We need wheel wax.
I've tried my toothbrush. It's really fun to clean with a toothbrush.
Why?
Because it's just so intricate. You can get like in little holes and stuff and like scrape dirt out. Alright, go. So it's really dark because my phone won't let me use flash. But okay, we're at a stop sign right now.
We're in reverse.
And I'm using my left-hand blinker because we're We're turning right. I'm gonna show you guys how fast this thing launches in reverse.
Dude, it's like really fast in reverse.
Someone's gonna comment and be like, "You realize that destroys the rear." Oh, we're not getting airflow like ram air. All right, here.
Screw it.
Oh my god!
That was
That's
hard.
so fast. That's stupid. What if we got that kind of launch? Oh, we're smoking.
Yep.
We're smoking. We're not getting any ram air, are we? I'll tell you what, though, I'm a pretty good reverse driver.
Damn it. I was hoping we were going fast enough where I could do it.
All right, well, now we're going to Walmart. I checked our tire pressure. We put the rims back on. Got a couple of cool arc shots. But Jesus Christ. Okay, could you not? I'm going to turn these lights off.
There's a video, and it's like what all car guys do in the car. It's like mess with something in the car while you're driving. And then do like rips the e-brake, like changes the gears.
But before we started filming, I actually threw it into drive, going in reverse like 30 miles an hour. But the car's smart. The car just...
Rally machine, dude.
No, it's not.
Dude, that thing's a rally machine.
I sure don't do a burnout over there. Like 3 cops here all right now. I'm just looking at this Geo though.
God, that Geo's awesome, dude.
Is that the? I think that's a sport one too.
Dude, I will offer that dude money.
I would honestly, I respect that Geo more than I respect that dank ass body kit on that Scion TC.
What are you talking about, dude? That thing's man.
No. All right, look at this. We hit something hard enough to crack the dang dash. Yeah, I mean, we could steal that pretty easy. Like, once it's pushed down, it, like, disappears. All right, my phone's dying, I guess. All right. Kill myself.
All right there, too.
Shortly after, we figured out we had a second one. I gotta put on autofocus.
Something popped off.
What do you mean?
Something popped off.
We'll open the windows. I don't want
The
to.
windows are open.
Not mine. You shut mine. There's smoke in the cab. Butter. I should just put your shirt up.
No, fine. I think it's tire. It's tire.
Oh my God, hurry.
I do 2 badass burnouts, you know.
That wouldn't have been freaky, but my whole arm was out the window.
Yeah, I
Phone
know.
was out the window. Tripod was out the window.
I did the donut. I started roasting the tires. I just saw smoke come up the hood and then in the air tester. I was like, oh shit. Either a coolant pipe popped off and we're burning coolant, or I'm just doing a smoky ass burnout.
Alright guys, so Hunter went home. I charged my phone for a little bit. I've been listening to music cleaning out here. You probably can't tell that it's much cleaner just because all I did was like trash. I took out the trash, and this is how much we've gotten so far. So pretty much what I did is this is the nicer of my 2 tackle boxes. So this was the one we found in the back of the Cutlass, so I took everything out of this. I put it in this one. It's a lot of tackle stuff. It's a lot of old antique stuff. I know this isn't a fishing channel, but like this thing's pretty dope. It's like swims when you yank on it and stuff. A lot of antique stuff like this is like a bell you put on your pole, so when you get a bite, it rings. Ware's pretty old. Some old long ass bobbers. I don't really use any of it, but it's just one of those things where I didn't want to get rid of it, so I just put it in the crappy toolbox we found in the back of the Cutlass, and problem solved. Alright, but I'm going to try to put a lot of the Cutlass parts in here, so it frees up some room over here. So let's see what we can do, just like holding the camera in our hand. It's going to be a nightmare. This one doesn't even go to the Cutlass, jeez. Alright, so... Okay, this is going to be hard, I can tell. Alright, I'll be back with you guys when I get done with this little load of bolts. Alright, so I kind of lied to you guys. I went ahead and put all of the parts I could find in there. So how I organize this is we have spark plugs up here. Although most of these are bad and I'm going to be getting all new ones, I don't know, I just kept all of them. There's a lot of miscellaneous ones, like there's like miscellaneous parts that like don't have many of its kind, so it gets mixed up. Same with this one, this little bin right here. This is by itself. And here's another little miscellaneous part, and this is the only one that couldn't fit in any of them, like a little radiator bracket piece. Here's all my washers. Here's these 2 rubber stops that stop the hood from slamming. All the bolts are separated by size, so these are different size. These are the 2 most common bolts on the whole entire car. Longer bolts that are bigger size than these bolts. Shorter bolts that are kind of the same size. We have like smaller screws, and like they kind of look like wood screws and stuff, just tinier stuff, kind of just stuff that's like real dinky. These have like washers on them. They're all kind of similar, so they could take up a little space right there. Bolts up here, and these little. This is how I'm going to be storing it from now on. Here's all the containers. Those two. And how does this shut? Does it just shut with the door? It's gonna slam, isn't it? All right, so now I'm gonna start cleaning up a lot of my tools. There's not many. There's just like little things like this that need to go places like this, but I also need to take this back to Craftsman, guys, when torquing the wheels. I don't know if I was recording, but we broke this thing. We used this huge breaker bar right here. This thing looks so dumb to you guys probably, but it comes in handy so much. So this is kind of a homemade tool. This is a random tube. Do not know where it went to. Just a piece of steel we were gonna throw away. And here is a off-brand half-inch ratchet that we found. We electrical taped it and then we stuck it in there, and it makes a huge ass half-inch. And it also doubles as a breaker bar for smaller wrenches, which we put too much torque behind that one, the 3/8 drive, so we're gonna have to take that back to Sears. So just to make, okay, so this thing, it's got a lot of trash in it, so I figured I'm going to put all my main tools, instead of that lid over there, I'm going to put them in this little Tupperware. So these are kind of my crappy tools. This is why we're doing this. I'm going to put my flash on real quick for you guys. Kind of my crappy tools, except for this screwdriver. It's pretty nice. These are decent, I guess. My dad found those. These are mostly tools we find or people give to me. And these are kind of my bigger tools over here. This is actually pretty nice. I've actually been using this a lot because although it's rusty, it has a rubber grip, which is nice, and it's still intact. This is a bit screwdriver. Here's all the bits. I'm missing one. I think I know where it's at. Screwdriver flathead. Wire cutters, which I refuse to throw away, but they are garbage. Like, they don't even open. But I'm hoping to treat these and make them better. Sockets right here. I'll put a little screwdriver in here. And I might as well put all my wrenches in here because I'm just trying to make as much room as possible right now. Because it's kind of a thing where I need to transition the garage. I need to make the garage empty, but the transition from full to empty is kind of hard to make because I have necessities in here that have to stay. So I'm kind of trying to make, like, see, now I can take this and I can go throw it with the fishing stuff. So these need to be taken inside all these racks. This needs to be coiled up. That stick needs to be thrown away, honestly. I need the lid for that. Comment if you can tell they're lens tinted. It makes a small difference, but I think it makes it look slightly better. And man, did I clean that the other day. I took a toothbrush to this, guys. Also on my tag, I replaced these bolts up here. They used to be old rusty bolts, so I went ahead and put these nice bolts in, which are a lot more clean. And there's stuff like this I just want to get rid of. This glass jar was holding some bolts, but I guess I can take it inside and put it under my sink or something now. Oh my god, guys, running a garage on a $0 budget is not bad as it sounds. Especially when you get a hold of a brand new $40 Craftsman wrench. Like, that thing, that looks amazing. Just look at this. I'm gonna do a quick little video of all the sockets I've obtained for free. These are my large deep wells. This one's actually 32 mil, which I really like. It's really clean. These are all slightly more shallow than these, but these are also a pretty good set right here. It's not a complete set, obviously, but nice. Craftsman 1 1/4, and these are like the only two sockets I have that are like this 1.5 inch size. These are all similar. I think these are 1 centimeter, and these are like 1 1/2 inch, or I think these are like 1 inch, 1 centimeter. I'm not sure, but these are all kind of similar. And to finish it off, I have, or not to finish it off, but I have these and these. This is the last bit of my like sockets. I have 3 3/8 to 1/4 inch socket extensions. I have a 1 inch or 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch socket extension from, it's actually a Craftsman. I have this 3/8 to 3/8, which I just recently got, and I have a 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch, which is quite long. I don't know how you could put much torque behind a long 1/4 inch like that. And to end it off, this is my spark plug socket, although it's in bad condition. It does get the job done. It got them off the Cutlass. And here's some random Allen wrench, I think 3/8 socket. So all this was free. Alright guys, the time lapse ran out at 23 minutes. I probably went on for about 35 minutes. I didn't really show before. If you guys even know what I was doing, this is my soldering kit. I actually broke it in half, but I took a rag to it, took some tools to it, and I got the thing relatively clean. This side's a little bit dirtier than that side. Also broke it, so I'm going to be kind of like rigging it myself with some zip ties and stuff, just so I can hold all the stuff that needs to be held in there. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I have the soldering kit all done and organized. Alright guys, so I didn't actually do like that elaborate episode. It's only like 30 seconds later. Pretty much all I did is I just laid it here. I'm not really going to move it. There's this like little mechanism. I don't know what it does. I'll ask my dad tomorrow. And a soldering gun. This piece, which was relatively clean and put together. I don't actually know what it does. It might be for slag or something, but I left it in here. This, which I also don't know what it does. I'm probably going to ask my dad about all this. He knows a lot about welding and soldering. And some solder. So I'm just going to put the lid on the top and just store it somewhere. It's not going to be great, but yeah. I'll get back to you guys when I have something else to do. Alright, so guys, here's my idea. So far, I don't know if you guys have ever realized, but this is like a 2-car garage. This selfie stick is so fun, guys. If you guys like are a YouTuber and you guys like literally just started, get a selfie stick. They like probably improve your recording a lot. That was a little shaky, but besides that. So I'm trying to make it as much wide as possible, because the more wide it is, I feel like the more workspace you have and the more clean it looks and like the more you get done. So my idea of making it wider, cue selfie stick, I want to move this shelf right here. I want to turn it like this direction, and I want to make it flush with the wall. And then when this shelf right here is right there against the wall, this entertainment center right here with all of our parts on it will have room to move this way. And the trash can be located anywhere, but that's my plan. So I'm not going to time lapse it and run out of storage, and I would hate to. Wow, I'm really running out of storage, so I just gotta do this real quick. Alright, see you guys. Alright guys, I only have 3 minutes, 39 seconds in this clip. Like, Jesus, my phone's about to run out of memory. It's like the longest I've ever filmed stuff, and I understand a lot of it's time-lapse, and God, my hair still looks bad. But I mean, I got a lot done. Look at this. I did exactly what I told you guys I was going to do, and it looks great. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour, a 2-minute tour, 2 minutes. I moved a lot of the cutlass parts that were sitting behind this to new locations. Kind of like this, this, and this. I moved some tubing back there in that corner, and then this is that little skid plate. I moved kind of more of our tools, more centric. I got that right there. There's the shop vac. I moved a lot of the tools off of here. All that's here is paint and our coil pack, cords, whatever. Cutlass parts, that's the intercooler. I moved this from right there to right there. This shelf I moved from right here to right here. Rotation, we got the skateboard. Weed killer with the extension cord. We have all of our hardware box. I also put some tools in the hardware box. I can't use my flash, but and I also picked up a lot of hardware off the ground and put it in the hardware box, so we also gained a lot of hardware. We have our 2 cleaners here, zip ties, a light. We have our big breaker bar wrench back here, cup full of spare Allen wrenches, and here we have some cording, some DC cables. We have our bucket of rags right there. We have the bag of the clean rags. We have the oil dry right there. In here we have the trash. It needs to be taken out already after tonight. Here we have our second shelf here. We have some oil, this little broom thing, my drink, some little like tool stuff. Nothing really new. I also filled up the sockets in this with some sockets I already had from there that kind of interchanged. Another thing I did is I took a lot of these plates right here and I combined them with this little cord right here, or not cord, bolt. And it made them like all a little organized and keeps them all together so they don't get scattered out everywhere and makes a mess. Lawn chairs, a lot of crap. This right here, starting here, there, and there needs to go. That and that need to go. And that needs to go. And this bike's fine, I guess. I'm running out of time, I'm running out of battery and space, and this upload goes up in like 7 hours. And it takes like 2 hours to upload, and plus I gotta sleep. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.